Yes, hello, my name is Jenny R. Zulueta, second year college, taking a Bachelor of Secondary Education. I'm going to discuss about the part and function of the cell. Part and function of the cell. So what is cell? Cell is the basic structural, functional, and biological unit of all non-living organisms. So we have the two types of cells, the eukaryotic and the prokaryotic. So let's see the photos here. The parts of the eukaryotic and the prokaryotic. So eukaryotic cell is a cell that contains membrane-bound organelles such as nucleus, mitochondria, and endoplasmic reticulum. Organisms based on the eukaryotic cell include protozoa, fungi, plants, and animals. Eukaryotic cells are larger and more complex than prokaryotic cells found in domains archaea and bacteria. Eukaryotic cells contain a variety of structures called organelles which perform various functions within the cell. So here's the part of eukaryotic cells. And the part of the eukaryotic cell is the nucleus. Inside the nucleus we have the chromatin, nucleus, nuclear pores, and nuclear envelope. Nucleus is a membrane-bound structure that contains the cell's hereditary information and it controls the cell's growth and reproduction. So, endoplasmic reticulum. Nuclear envelope nucleus, ribosomes, rough endoplasmic reticulum, and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So, endoplasmic reticulum is, we have the two types of endoplasmic reticulum. So we have the rough endoplasmic reticulum and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So a rough endoplasmic reticulum is a primarily concerned with the synthesis, folding, and modification of proteins, especially those that need to be delivered to different organelles within secreted from the cell. So smooth endoplasmic reticulum is largely associated with lipid fat manufacture and metabolism and steroid production, hormone production. It also has the detoxification function of Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus it receives biochemical in a bulk flow from the rough endoplasmic reticulum. It is the only organelle in the cell that receives, sorts, modifies, concentrate packs, and dispatches biochemical for use inside and outside the cell. So here's the structure of the cell membrane. On the outside of the cell, we have the lipid layer, proteins, carbons, carbohydrates inside of the same cytoplasm. So plasma or cell membrane is the boundary between the cell and its environment. It regulates what enters and exits the cells. Microtubules. Microtubules are involved in mitosis, cell motility, intracellular transport, maintenance of cell shape, and keep organelles in place. The centrosome. Centrosome is an organelle that is the main place where cell microtubules are organized, organizing changes to the shape of the cell membrane that allow the membrane to pinch into during cell division. And the ribosome. We have the small, large, and subunit. Ribosomes serve as the site of biological protein synthesis. They link together specific amino acids to form polypeptides and export these to the cytoplasm. Lysosome. Single wall membrane, the enzyme complexes. Lysosomes are organelles that contain digestive enzymes. They digest, exist, or worm out organelles, food particles, and engulf viruses or bacteria. They are like the stomach of the cell, which are involved in the digestion, waste, removal. Cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a thick solution that fills each cell and is enclosed by the cell membrane, mainly composed of water, salts, and proteins. A framework of protein scaffolds called the cytoskeleton provides the cytoplasm of the cell with their structure, transport dissolved nutrients around the cell, and move waste material out of the cell. And mitochondria structural features. Mitochondria are referred to as the powerhouses of the cell. Mitochondria, they help turn the energy we take from food into energy that the cell can use, or the calcium storing. Here's the cilia. Cilia are eyelashes-like structures, microtubule, base organelles that project from the surface of cell and serve both motor and sensory functions. Flagellum. Flagellum is a whip-like structure that acts primarily as an organelle of locomotion in the cell of many living organisms. And the role of microfilaments. Microfilaments have roles in cell movement, muscles, contraction, and cell division. To make a cell move, one end of the actin filament stretches out while the other end pulls itself in tighter. Then prokaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cells are single-celled microorganisms known to be earliest on Earth. Prokaryotes include bacteria and archaea. A prokaryotic cells consist of a single membrane and therefore all the reactions occur when the cytoplasms. They can be free-living or parasites. A prokaryotic cell lacks certain organelles like mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, and Golgi bodies. So here's the parts of prokaryotic cells. We have the plasma membrane, nucleus, ribosome, cell wall, capsule, plasmid, villi, flagellum, and the cytoplasm. Here's more. Capsule. It is an outer protective covering found in the bacterial cells in addition to cell wall. It helps in moisture retention, protects the cell when engulfed, and it helps the attachment of cells to nutrients and surfaces. Cell wall. It is the outermost layer of the cell which gives shape to the cell. Cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is mainly composed of enzymes, salts, cell organelles, and is a gel-like component. Cell membrane. This layer surrounds the cytoplasm and regulates the entry and exit of substances in cells. Pili. These are hair-like outgrowths that attach to the surface of the other bacterial cells. Flagella. These are long structures in the form of whip that help in the locomotion of the cell. Ribosomes. These are involved in protein synthesis. Plasmids. Plasmids are non-chromosomal DNA structures. These are not involved in reproduction. And last is the nucleus region. It is the region in cytoplasms where the genetic materials is present.